What's up, my Breaking Bad friends? Welcome back for another episode. Very nervous about this one. I know last time I said I wasn't too worried about Jesse's fate for this next episode. He was just taken away by Mike, going who knows where, I assume maybe to Gus or something. But the more time that passed between finishing that episode and now, I've gotten more and more worried about what might happen to Jesse, just thinking about how his character arc has been and just how at this point he has kind of reached the lowest that he's ever been, because it's almost like he's just ready to give up and die at any moment. He doesn't seem to care anymore. And so with that taken into account and just adding more consequences to Walter's actions, it feels like there is a small possibility of something really bad happening to him this episode. So I'm not quite as confident going into it as I was after finishing episode 4. And besides the Jesse scenario, Hank has also started kind of getting back onto the case, and with his conversation with Walter, that was great. It seems like he might slowly start to figure things out, not sure though. I feel like he's never really been suspicious of Walter or anything, but there's definitely some seeds planted that if he focuses on certain areas, he might get a light bulb moment about him. But there's a lot of moving pieces right now, so I'm excited to hop into this episode with you guys. Hopefully you enjoy watching my reaction to it. If you do, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel out, so I appreciate all your guys' support. As always, you can check out my full-length reaction to these episodes early on my Patreon, the link for that being in the description below. And so if you'd like to check them out ahead of time before the YouTube edits, you can do that there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into episode 5.
Say you understand. You understand? Tell me you understand, Saul.
Dang, I like that we're just hopping straight into it. Music's definitely matching the intensity of the moment.
I want you to give her every last dollar. Do you hear me? I don't care if you have to stuff it in trash bags. Just make sure she gets everything.
Freak, bro, what an intro. Is Walter prepared to go out there and die? I mean, if he's telling Saul to give all the money to Skylar, he's ready to risk it all, I think.
I just wanted to say that I was thinking about you and the kids, and I love you.
Oh gosh, man, as soon as Skylar hears that message, she's gonna know something is up that's bad. Yo, okay, Walter, sign him up for Fast and Furious 9. This man can drive. I love seeing how much he cares about Jesse at this point, that he's ready to risk his life to save him, because I don't think he would have done that a season or two ago. In fact, he was doing quite the opposite. He was ruining his life. Gus is too smart, man. I don't think you're gonna find him in Los Pollos Locos. Did I say Los Pollos Locos? I meant Hermanos.
Mr. Fring isn't here right now. Is there something?
He's here. His car is parked out front. He's here.
Mr. Fring was
You
called
just
out.
go in the back and you tell him it's Walter White. Understand?
Oh, this man, what a freaking boss. He is not messing around. He's just getting straight to the point. Anytime I get some angry Walter, it's a good day. Bro, Gus is watching him everywhere he goes. He is done trusting Walter anymore. I love that we're just sitting here with Walter, just building up the suspense. Makes you actually feel like you're there in the moment with him.
Walter, what exactly are you doing?
Oh my gosh, it's always Mike.
Where is he?
Hold on. Yo.
Jesse, are you all right? Does he have a gun on you?
No.
I'm unsure what to think about this moment. I feel like Jesse's thinking too casual about the situation. You don't ever go on a car ride with Mike and it doesn't end badly.
You're gonna have to muddle through this one without him, okay?
But it does.
Goodbye, Walter.
Mike.
I mean, Mike didn't sound super threatening in that. Maybe he's just gonna try and knock some sense into him, scare him for the future. I don't think Walter is gonna be okay with that.
As I said said, sir. Mr. Fring is not here. This area is for employees only, and I have to ask.
Bro, what the heck? I thought he was actually gonna be back there. Who the heck is operating the cameras in there then? Or is he just doing it remotely?
Well, you told Mr. White that's bull, right?
They're just gonna let us live in suspense, my gosh.
Are you figure on just leaving me in some ditch?
Oh, shoot, I like his thinking. At least he's got some way to defend himself. It's not the best, especially against Mike. Love the color correcting right now. Obviously, it's in the middle of nowhere, but just the way that it's so desaturated and enhanced yellows just makes it feel kind of like an icky place. Dude, Mike even knew he had the keys right there and he just walked past. This man is fearless. I mean, he's got a shovel, so either he's going to dig something up or maybe they're going to bury something. Hopefully not his body. The longer this is going on, though, the more that I feel like nothing bad is going to happen to Jesse. Dang, so it is something that was already there. What? Well, this took a very positive turn, I think, at least, because I assume that means Jesse isn't about to die. I love the way in all the scenes so far in this episode, it's just taking its time. It's not trying to get anywhere fast. It's just letting you sit in the moment with the characters, really feel the impact and the emotion, and just the suspense, of course.
You coming? We gotta do this 6 more times today with a lot of miles in between. I'd like to finish before dark.
Oh, interesting. What? So Mike's just bringing Jesse along for some of the more business aspects, just picking up the money drops. Well, thank goodness, man. I'm super relieved.
Only 2 people I know connected with the blue stuff. Brandon Mayhew. And the other one is Jesse Pinkman. He and I have a history.
Yeah, there's no way he can go after Jesse anymore, I don't think.
If I get any kind of hit, I'll keep you in the loop on that.
Well, finding this guy, Heisenberg, dead like this, kind of feels like closure to me, you know.
Hank.
That's crazy. I'm surprised that Hank is actually satisfied with this result right now. I would have thought he'd be suspicious that it was too easy. Makes sense why he would want to quit after that, though, because that was kind of the thing that was keeping him on.
You don't need to do that.
This is why I'm out here, right? To be like your backup.
Nice. I don't think Jesse is the best backup for Mike. Not quite as intimidating.
I can smoke, right?
Not a chance.
And this is a very interesting, unexpected dynamic between Mike and Jesse right now. Yo, what the heck? This is awesome. That's a freaking cool filming technique right there. Love their use of time lapses in this show. Always very creative. Yeah, Mike is going to really end up killing Jesse after this. He's going to get too annoyed with him. Man's only spent half a day with him as well. Walter's been spending months with him.
You got me riding shotgun to every dark anal recess of this state. Be nice if you clued me in a little. Tell me what the hell's up.
Oh gosh, did Jesse say one too many words right there?
You are not the guy. You're not capable of being the guy. I had a guy, but now I don't.
Then what the hell am I doing here?
Shoot.
I don't know. It's not my call.
Dang, I like that little bit of an explosion there from Mike. Some good acting between them. That's very peculiar that Gus is the one who chose Jesse to be there. Is he starting to show a bit more confidence and trust in him? Or maybe he's just trying to cover his own bases by keeping Jesse out of the bad environment he was in. They're getting real creative with the filmmaking and the music combinations in this episode. They do a great job at taking some things that may otherwise be very mundane and boring to watch, but make it super engaging and interesting.
It's official. How are you feeling?
How do you feel?
Nervous? Scared? If we don't do this right...
We'll be fine.
Man, they're freaking in business together. That's so crazy. Their relationship has certainly come a long way. Also, Skylar cut her hair since the last time we saw her, right? Because I don't think she's had that short of hair the whole season.
There can't be any mistakes like before. There has to be complete honesty.
I'm all for that.
No, you are not, my guy. Practically every time you see her, you lie about something.
Non-fancy liquor it is. Just as long as it gets the job done.
Oh no, she's gonna hear the message. And immediately we're jumping into the not being completely honest about things. She's gonna think he was about to die out there today. Oh, okay, well that's not the reaction I was expecting from her. Been a bit of a dry spell from my guy Walter for like 2 seasons.
The sheets, they smell different than I remember.
Wonder if they smell like Ted.
New fabric softener. Also got a new haircut.
Shoot, man, I noticed it before Walter. What? I thought I noticed something different.
Dinner tomorrow night. I told Marie that we'd come over and eat with them. Think maybe you'll be free.
Yes, please give me some more Walter and Hank in the same room. That's definitely like one of my favorite dynamics in the show at this point, is anytime those two are in a scene.
Maybe you should move back in. You know, just so it's easier to explain to everyone.
Yo, let's go. Now we're cruising with this relationship. That's gotta be the best question Walter has ever heard. Or the best suggestion. I guess it wasn't really a question.
I have to get back to work. Schedule.
I thought he'd be jumping up and down after that. My man didn't even give her a yes response. Surely he's not having second thoughts, right? If he is, I feel like it either be because he's worried about them being protected, or maybe he was more concerned about the prospect of not having her, and that was the rush that he was into.
Nothing else happens until I get my partner back.
Standing his ground, man, going on strike for Jesse. I don't know how much of a fan Gus is gonna be of him putting it off, though.
Jesse?
Oh, it's this guy again. Oh, he's sending him to help him out, not Jesse. Walter should know by now that you'll never get what you want when it comes to Gus. Maybe what he's doing right now is just permanently separating them by giving Jesse a different role so they don't interact. That way they can't scheme against him. I don't know. It's hanging on this scene way too freaking long, man. And I saw a car come in the background. That's bad news. Yo, bruh, this does not look like anyone Gus has worked with before. Maybe Jesse will actually have to be Mike's backup. Oh, my man. What a freaking guy. Let's go, Jesse. Wait, what the heck? They're getting out and following him? Are they there specifically for Jesse then? Or do they just think he was the only one there, not Mike?
I'm gonna need to be picked up.
I love it. Man rolls up all confident now.
This dude was coming with a shotgun. I had to put it in reverse, slam into the guy's car.
I saw.
I don't know. Mike almost looks a little bit impressed with him right now.
Go ahead, kid. Smoke up.
Oh man, I love it. He does respect him now. What a freaking great way to showcase that by just introducing that he can't smoke earlier and then saying he can now. Some very, very smart writing instead of just going into a bunch of exposition. Quite the opposite has happened now with Jesse in this episode. I thought he was in danger, but it's gone the exact other direction. Now he's even better than before.
It's really cool to have you here.
Thank you, son. It's cool to be back home.
Mom said you're moving back in this Tuesday.
Oh, so she went ahead and just made the decision for him. Didn't expect her to be moving faster with things than Walter now. Oh, the Ted cup is gonna possibly upset him. I don't know, though. Not sure how much that whole fiasco's lingering over his head still.
Jesse!
Yo, what's up? What are you doing?
Breaking ice.
I like how he just comes in here, acts like nothing happened. Just all cool and casual about it while Walter was worried sick.
What happened yesterday? Where were you?
I was out with Mike helping make pickups. Mike made the pickups and I guarded him.
Yeah, he did. This man's moving up in the world. Didn't think he was capable of it before, but he's proved me wrong.
Get in gear, yo, if you want to do this, because I'm meeting up with Mike this afternoon.
What, again? Why?
Guess I have 2 jobs now.
I wonder if Walter's gonna like that or if he's gonna be upset, because he's definitely somewhat the jealous type.
Any injuries?
Twisted ankle. Nothing too bad.
It all went like you thought it would. More or less.
Wait a second. Did Gus set that whole thing up? He had no intention of those guys killing Jesse? Yo, this man is a freaking mastermind. The way he controls every situation and now just fully influencing the way characters feel about themselves. It's no wonder he has been so successful for so long.
Well, there's another battle in the kitchen. Just help yourself.
Maybe we could roll Uncle Hank through the car wash.
Walter is not shy about hitting the bubbly tonight. Dude's pounding those glasses. Again, man, just hanging here for so long, so unexpected. It always makes me curious what's gonna happen. That it's feeling like it needs to show us.
Hey, Nick the Greek. You gonna share that bottle or what?
Yeah, sorry.
Dang, that was so strange. Does he just not feel comfortable around family members right now?
Hey, Uncle Hank, what about that case you were looking at?
He's dead now.
Who was he?
He was a meth chef, 5 stars. He was a genius.
Oh, shoot. I know what's gonna happen. There's no way Walter wants Gale taking the credit for what he did. I'm worried he's gonna say something out loud.
Not to tell you your business, but I'm not sure I agree. From what I saw on those papers, genius? Not so much.
Oh, insane, bro. Everything was locked up in Walter's favor, and he is opening things back up. What a madman.
This genius of yours, maybe he's still out there.
Oh, no, Walter. Bro, and seeing Skylar's expression too, that's fantastic acting. I cannot believe this dude. I mean, I can because I know how much he's prideful about his work, but I would have thought he would have been more content just being safe.
Find something?
You know, everything he buys and eats is organic, vegan. Since when do vegans eat fried chicken?
Oh no, dude, he figured out a major piece of the puzzle. Dude, tell me that he figures out Gus is involved. That was a great end to the episode right there. And Hank has already had a few interactions with Gus, so I wonder if he may start putting a few pieces together. I'm so ready for my man Hank to be back in the action though. Well, as per usual with this show, I ended up being a lot more worried about what would happen with Jesse than I should have been because he made out just fine in this episode, even better than I could have imagined, although it's still a bit unsure what all that meant for his character because the conversation between Gus and Mike there signified that everything that happened in that episode was organized by Gus. Maybe they were just trying to see what Jesse would do, see if it was possible for him to act in the way he did, or maybe it relates to what I was thinking there in that moment, that Gus is just trying to manipulate Jesse's mind and self-perception in order to get what they want out of him, the productivity. But overall, I feel like this was one of the most positive storylines for Breaking Bad so far because it feels like all the characters had positive things happen to them, where we had Skylar and Walter finally getting back together. Walter is lined up to move back in the house, so that's great for everybody there, especially Walter Jr. has been craving his dad's presence in his life again, and then kind of bad for Walter and Skyler, but great for Hank in that Walter pushed him back into the case and making him second guess his conclusion that he reached about Gale. I love how great the writing is in this show, though, that every decision a character makes, whoever it is, whether it's Walter or Jesse or even a smaller character like Walter Jr., all the things they do make sense based off the developments that they've had up to this point, because I completely see where Walter is coming from when he tells Hank that Gale is not the genius, because we've seen how obsessed he is over his self-image before, whether it be his interactions with Jesse or other people. At this point, I wonder if Walter actually wants to be found out or caught eventually by Hank or whoever, because he wants the credit for himself. Although I guess another angle of everything could be that he tries to get Hank to find out about Gus, because if Hank is able to remove Gus out of the picture, or they're somehow able to catch him, then that makes life a lot better for Walter and for Jesse. So that also could be a very likely possibility as well. But I thought this was another great episode, a lot of great character moments in this, and so hopefully you guys enjoyed watching along with me, and if you did, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel out. Appreciate your guys' support. And as always, you can check out my full-length reaction to this and all the other Breaking Bad episodes I've done on my Patreon, the link for that being in the description below, and those are always uploaded before the YouTube edits, so you can get them early there as well. But until the next episode, I will see you all later. Peace.